Hi guys, Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. Welcome back to our Buxton playthrough series. In this episode we're just going to have a bit of a catch up with the team. We're also going to play a game and we're also going to have a look at some transfers as well that I've made. If this is the first time that you've ever watched this episode or series, then in the last episode we basically ended up in the first season managing to get to the playoff final. Unfortunately, we didn't actually manage to win that game, so we still stay in the Conference North, which, you know, I basically wanted to try and rebuild the team over the summer period and just try and get the team promoted this season. So far this season, we played about 16 games, and you can see here that we're nestling in fourth position at the moment. So we're not doing too bad at the moment. In terms of the team themselves, we've won 8 games, drawn 4, and we've lost 4 as well. Whenever we have lost games, we've only lost it by the odd goal, as you can hopefully see here. And all the games that we have lost have been away from home as well, which is quite unfortunate. But at least if we just keep, you know, sort of chugging away kind of thing, hopefully then we can kind of move up the table. So in today's episode we are going to be playing a FA Cup game. We're on 28 points as well at the moment, so we're certainly not too far away in terms of catching up all the other teams. So if we have a look at the squad, probably the best thing to do, I think, at this stage would probably to have a look at the transfers actually. So these are all the players that I brought in during the summer, and these are all the players that left the club during the summer as well. So it's probably the kind of bigger players to leave the club during the summer were players like Nicky Clee. He played quite a lot of games for us last season on the left-hand wing. Yeah, he played 38 league games, scored 10 goals, 13 assists, couple of man of the matches as well. Look, I'm quite surprised he hasn't actually managed to find a team. He would have thought that another club, you know, maybe at this level would have sort of snapped him up, considering how well he did actually do last season. I thought he was just maybe getting a little bit too old, which is why I didn't bother offering him a new contract. And to be fair to him, his attributes aren't exactly too good, and I think we do have better players now at the club. Craig King left as well the club, so he wasn't too bad. He played 33 starts for us last season, 5 goals, 5 assists as well, a couple of the man of the matches, and so he wasn't too bad, I guess. His average rating wasn't particularly high, so you know, he'd have a few games where he did quite well, maybe get a goal or assist, but mostly he wasn't actually too good for us. So yeah, I'm pretty glad to move him on, to be honest. We also, who else went? So this guy went as well. Looks like he went to the same club as Craig King. He played quite a few games for us, mostly as substitute, but yeah, he did start 21 league games. Pretty decent kind of left back, I think, really. But as you can see here, a lot of his attributes aren't exactly, you know, he's not really a standout player to say the least. So the rest of the players really were just kind of like dead wood that I just really needed to get rid of. So in terms of transfers in, I'm only just going to show you guys like the main transfers that I've brought in. There's quite a few players that are not, you know, they've not exactly done a hell of a lot for us since coming into the club. Maybe I just kind of needed to pad the team out, really, just to kind of, you know, make sure that we do have cover in all positions. But some of the better players that I've managed to bring in, unfortunately this guy got injured, but so 19-year-old on loan from Derby. He started off quite well for us, to be fair to him. Mainly just as a substitute. He has been injured for absolutely ages, though. I'm quite actually happy that we have actually managed to, you know, get a player on loan from Derby, because obviously they're much bigger team than us. So, you know, pretty happy to, you know, actually get a player from a club like Derby. Pretty happy with that. These players have not played many games for us. They're just kind of like little youth team players that I've just brought in just to see, you know, if they can kind of develop a little bit for us, then all well and good. But if not, I'm not particularly too bothered. This is our new right winger, so really experienced. You can see here for Conference North, his mental attributes are not too bad, to be honest. Certainly his anticipation and his decision making could probably be a little bit higher. We've got him on non-contract terms, so we do actually only pay him when he plays, but his return so far has been absolutely amazing. I'd love to see him get more assists, but in terms of goals, I really can't ask for too much more than that. Gets a goal pretty much every couple of games. And been really happy with him and the way he's kind of slotted into the team on that right hand side. Got this guy in the centre of the pitch as well. Now, he's unfortunately just got an injury, but I do have actually pretty high hopes for this guy. We got him on a free transfer from Boston, and even last season he played quite a few games for Boston. He's only a 17-year-old kid, but yeah, I think he, maybe has the makings just to play potentially like a league. Well, maybe it just looks like the level above. But yeah, so he's a little bit unhappy that he's not getting too many games at the moment. But, hopefully if I can develop him a little bit more, then potentially could be quite a good player. Sean Densmore has come in at right back. Pretty happy about this guy. Obviously, another free transfer. I wasn't really playing him too much at the beginning of this season. But yeah, he's really, really starting to make that right back position his own now. And yeah, he started 9 games, 7.9 average rating. Who else we got here? So Tyler Forbes has played quite a few games. He's not too bad, just a pretty bog standard winger, really. I was looking for someone with maybe just a bit of pace, a little bit of flair, quite good crossing ability as well. He's got quite decent work rate. He's actually on loan from Colwyn Bay, but yeah, he's playing quite a few games for us this season. So yeah, he's had 12 starts in the league. We have also got Marcus Wood, just a young midfielder. I think he was got him from Man City actually. So, he has come from quite good kind of caliber team, obviously. And if I can sort of develop him as much as possible, then that's certainly something that I'm going to look to do. By no means is he like a world beater. Obviously, you wouldn't really expect that at this level of football. But, it says here that he has the potential to be a leading conference premier player. So if I can maybe even just get him to be like a League 2 player, something like that, then I would have considered myself to have done quite a good job there. These players, not particularly kind of doing too much with them. Scott Kerr. So recently I've just brought in a few more additional players. Scott Kerr, Keita, Glenn Law, and a guy called Charlie Adams. So these guys, pretty decent actually. So this guy, Scott Kerr, he hasn't really played too many games just yet because I'm just trying to get his match fitness back. You can see, he's severely lacking in match fitness. I'm just trying desperately to make him play as many under 21 and reserve games as possible, just to try and give him a little bit of match fitness, but it's just not quite happening at the moment. But yeah, certainly looking at his mental attributes. And the couple of times that I have seen him play in the cup games, he certainly does look to be a much, much better player than some of the other guys that I have got in our midfield at the moment. Brought this French guy in, 20-year-old French guy. He's a target man, 6'3", strength of 13, got a finishing of 11 and composure of 10 as well. Not too happy about this guy's anticipation, really. His concentration is quite poor as well, which is not great. But yeah, I'm hoping that he can hopefully do a job for us. It looks like he's been at Wolves for quite a few seasons. Obviously not played any league games at all for Wolves, and potentially what's maybe harmed this guy's development is just not being able to play much regular first team football. But hopefully if I can get some games under his belt, then he should do pretty well for us. We've got Glenn Law as well in the centre of midfield. Now this guy was really, really highly rated by our scouts and all of our coaches and things like that. And yeah, you can see here that his potential ability, we've not actually got a potential ability unfortunately, but yeah, I think our scouts were saying that he should be good enough for League 2 eventually, and he's only 19 I think he is at the moment. So yeah, another one that I'm just looking to develop. And finally, the last player on the list is 24-year-old Charlie Allen. And so yeah, this guy's got quite good experience. So he has played in League 2 quite recently, well, about 3-4 years ago, and looks like he played quite a few games in League 2. So yeah, quite happy to have that guy on board. You can see how well he did on loan at Brackley last season. He got an average rating of 7.22, and he's certainly someone that I'm going to be looking to make a really, really big part of this team. You can see here what I'm slowly just trying to do is increase the mental attributes of the players. Obviously at this lower level, probably the physical attributes are the most important ones, and then if you're lucky enough to get a player that's got some kind of technical ability, then all well and good. But yeah, I'd say the physical and the mental attributes are probably the most important at this level of football. And yeah, you're just really pot luck if you do manage to find someone with half decent technical attributes. So that's all the transfers done, and yeah, we're going to get into this FA Cup game. So we've actually done quite well in the FA Cup. I'll just show you the fixtures from the beginning of the season. So we unfortunately started off with a 1-0 loss. We then went about 6-7 games without losing, and we then unfortunately had a couple of losses on a row. But then we did quite well, and we had 3 FA Cup games and this pretty good spell of games here where we obviously won them all, and now we're in the first round of the FA Cup. So it'd be pretty decent if we did actually manage to get a quite decent FA Cup run going here. Even just get into a stage where we can try and just get, maybe like a Championship club or, Premier League team would be absolutely fantastic for this club, I think. In terms of finances, we're actually doing quite well. We've got a balance of nearly 30k, and we've made over 130 grand profit for this season. So on the sort of financial side of things, I think we're doing really well, especially the wage budget as well. So it's only recently that I've sort of cranked that up a notch. For most of this season, I was hovering it around about the 3k mark. We were still up to about 4th in the league. It's only recently with the new signings that I've just sort of cranked up the wages. Recently I've just been, kind of taking it easy with the wages, actually just trying to save a little bit of money. So we'll get into this game, guys, and hopefully we'll manage to get through to the next round of the FA Cup. Okay, so the players are all ready. I've decided to put the team on attacking mentality. We're basically expected to wipe the floor with this team. I have actually picked a really, really strong team as well. There's a few players like Glenn Law I'm bringing in just to give him some match fitness, and Keta as well, just to give these players a little bit of match fitness. But, hopefully they should do okay. So we'll start the game here. So pretty happy with how things are going so far. Obviously, it was really, really disappointing last season in the league to lose in the playoff final. I guess it really is luck of the draw. Unfortunately, Stamford go 1-0 up here really early on in the game. I'm not too worried at this stage, though, as I think we've got enough in the team just to, kind of pull this back. So it looks like their winger Mitchell crossed the ball, and their striker Dale was just there to mop up the cross and whack that in the back of the net. Obviously very disappointed not to win in the playoff final. I think this team should be able to do quite well going forward. I'm going to bring on Charlie Allen here just as I speak. And so certainly not the best start so far, getting a player injured and going a goal down. We have a corner here though. Tony Cliff, I think either the goalkeeper saved that or he hit the bar there, but certainly quite unlucky not to score a goal. So looks like we're going to go in 1-0 down at half time. I'm just going to be assertive here. And what I'm also going to do is just go assertive and just tell the players that are not playing too well that I'm not happy with their performance, which is pretty much most of the front players. Our defenders are not doing too bad at the moment. That should be okay. So we'll crack on with the second half here. And this type of team, obviously, we should be kind of wiping the floor with, really. But so Woods got the ball here, passed it on to Powell. Nice. Forbes should have run that on. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do there, but obviously that didn't really materialise in anything. The chance still looks like it's going on to one of their strikers, and Stamford do actually make it 2-0, which is actually, really, really big shock actually, and quite annoying. Their striker Mandeville just runs through. Our goalkeeper was pretty much all over the shop there, and he does make it 2-0 to Stamford. So long punt up the field from their goalkeeper. We could do with getting a goal back quite quickly, or certainly not conceding another one like we've just done there. So it seems whenever I record an episode for this particular playthrough, it doesn't particularly go too well. Dale just runs through and coolly just slots that into the net, and our goalkeeper didn't really have too much of a chance with that. Unfortunately, we have another injury as well, so things are just going from bad to worse here. I'm going to bring on Douglas and swap Douglas and Allen around. And I think what I'm going to also do is just go for more direct passing as well. So we're being absolutely killed here just by the long ball over the top, which is quite frustrating. To be honest, it's getting quite embarrassing now. So Dale has picked up the ball, crossed it, and Mandeville is just there just to do whatever the hell he wants to it, basically. He could have knocked that in with any part of his body. He had that much time, basically. But 4-0 to Stamford here. And okay, so the ball's going to go down the wing. we picked up the ball here in the middle, Wood onto Kieta, and we do pull 1 goal back. Obviously, oh no, we don't. Things are going that bad that we don't even get a consolation goal. So offside. And so yeah, our FA Cup dream unfortunately has been quite sort of short-lived in this particular season. And that's the final nail in the coffin. I think I might actually try and buy Bobby Dale because he looks like a fantastic player. I'm going to have to at least scout this guy because he's just completely given us the run around here. Yeah, I'll just get a report card. He doesn't actually look too bad, to be honest. Like considering, yeah, he's just playing for a completely like non-league team. He's only 20 years old as well, so yeah, potentially someone scoring a hat trick against me or however many goals he's decided to get today. Yeah, he's certainly someone I'm going to be taking a look at anyway. See how good he really is. Okay, so yeah, really looking forward to finishing this game now. Obviously, things have just been absolutely horrible. That probably should have been a 6th goal, but Taylor manages to catch that one. I think I'm actually going to play the next league game because I'm obviously not too happy about the result in this game. So yeah, I do want to play another game in this episode just so that we don't leave on this much of a bum note. So I'll get the team ready for that match and we'll be back shortly just to play that one. Okay guys, yeah, so I've given the players a little bit of a slap around and yeah, told them to buck their ideas up for this game against Worcester. I just wanted to introduce you guys to my new star sign-in. So yeah, signed a guy called Bobby Dale. You might remember him for playing for a team called Stamford, you know. Yeah, just got a hat-trick against me, and so what I decided to do was scout him, and yeah, it turns out he's actually pretty decent, so I've just decided to sign him. He's only a 20-year-old guy, and basically just sign him till the end of the season, just on a short-term contract, but, you know, yeah, I pretty much just saw enough of him in the last game anyway, yeah, where he scored that hat-trick against me, so yeah, just wanted to sign him, basically, so yeah, let's crack on with this game anyway. I've made a few changes to the team, not too many. I've brought back my striker, who's, you know, like our regular striker sort of thing, and yeah, hoping that he'll be able to get the ball in the back of the net for us, because certainly that didn't happen in the last game. So yeah, we'll submit the team here. Obviously, we need to have a much better performance than the last game. We're a game behind all the other teams, so you know we do really need to get a win here just to kind of keep up with the top of the top of the league. Obviously, if we do have to try and go for the playoffs again, I will, you know, go through that route. I'm happy to try and get promoted any way possible, but you know, obviously, if we could try and get as close to first in the league, then that's obviously what I'm looking to do in this particular save file, or for this season anyway. So yeah, we'll crack on here. Obviously, certainly need a lot better performance than the last game. Okay, so free kick here. Oh, fantastic save from our goalkeeper. That was a free kick on the edge of the area for Worcester, and they hit the bar. I think it was, or our goalkeeper saved it. The rebound come out, and then our goalkeeper managed to save the rebound as well. So yeah, assertively, I'm just going to say that I'm far from pleased. We're going to pump it up to go attacking. All the players do look fired up. I'm just going to tell my striker that I'm not too happy with him as well, just to make sure that he's fired up. And we're going to crack on with the second half here. So ball out wide, and okay, so we do pick up the loose ball with Atkinson, who passes it on to Wood in the midfield. Powell passes it down the wing, but nothing else materialises from that chance. So we're coming up to the 60-minute mark, and another chance is hopefully going to be coming up here. So Douglas with the ball onto Wood, pass it on to Stokes, who passes it out wide to Powell. Looks like, okay, so Worcester have just, so unlucky there for Worcester. They near enough got the ball in the back of the net there. We do need to try and create a few more kind of clear-cut chances. It looked like Worcester having a couple. Oh my god. I don't know how the hell that didn't go, and I don't know what that bounced off in. I think that was a couple of posts and things like that, but certainly didn't go in anyway. So Worcester are passing it around quite nicely, but we do manage to pick up the ball in the middle of the park here. I'm going to wait till we get to about the 70-minute mark and just look to make a couple of substitutions. I'm not happy with Kelvin Douglas or our striker, so it is going to be Douglas who's going to be coming off, and I'm going to bring on the French striker as well. I'm going to be using him as a target man, I think that's probably going to be the best way to get the most out of him. Yeah, maybe use his kind of physicality, and I think that goal was probably coming for quite a while, but it looks like Andy Owens has put Worcester 1-0 up here. So yeah, corner, floats in, and looks like, yeah, near enough a free header. So a couple of our defenders look like they jumped, but nothing too kind of major there. Okay, so another injury. Again, not having too much luck with these injuries at the moment. I'm going to bring Jamie Green on just to sit in that ball in the midfielder position. I'm not... Yeah, obviously that's not his natural position at all, but, you know, just one of them things. I'm going to have to just go overload, more direct passing. Yeah, we'll push up higher and rove from positions as well. Hopefully we can just get one more clear-cut chance. We just need something to try and feed off. So we do have a corner here. They do manage to clear it. Hopefully we can get it back down the wing to get a cross in. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, and we're going to lose this game 1-0, unfortunately. So, yeah, Williams is just passing it around in the middle. Wood does pick up the loose ball, but unfortunately that's game over. So, yeah, nothing really happened in this game either, unfortunately. So, we were actually doing quite well, I promise you, before we recorded this episode. Yeah, we were in the first round of the FA Cup, and we were sitting fourth in the league. Yeah, only like about 5-6 points off the first position, but... Yeah, so funny how things can change in football over a couple of games, but yeah, so obviously now I'm just going to have to just try and pick the team up again and just try and move forward as quickly as possible. So we've just creeped out the playoff positions as well, so obviously I do need to make sure that we're in the playoffs for as long as we can. So in terms of being in the playoffs, we've been in the playoffs for a large majority of this season. Obviously we're coming up to how many games we played now, so yeah, 17 games we played now, so obviously just need to get back to winning ways, but yeah, that's certainly something that I'm going to be looking to do as quickly as possible, and we'll have a catch up very, very soon with the team, and fingers crossed next time you see us we'll be up a little bit higher in the table anyway. So thanks for watching this episode, guys. If you did like the episode, I'm sorry for the results, but yeah, if you do like the series and the episode, then of course press the like button, and of course do subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back very, very soon for some more Football Manager videos. Thanks for watching.